Last time we took a look at the Isekai Bakery by HomeWordHeros, and today we're taking a look at Mystic Realms Chapter 1. Now, Mystic Realms Chapter 1 is written and drawn again by Ashley Dando, same as Isekai Bakery, and I'm pretty sure All New Orion, may have got that wrong, and released under HomeWordHeros. Now, the story is about a fairy named Elena, I think that's how you pronounce it. Not sure, feel free to correct me, Ashley, if I've got that wrong. Who is kind of a monastery child, so, you know, like a Ruby Sunday type. Just without the monastery, they were just kind of left in a forest. I'm not really sure what the term for forest child is. And she lives in a world where the fairy and elven clans are thought to have been wiped out by the evil queen Yami purely for a twisted entertainment, you know, your standard I'm gonna enjoy killing everybody for fun type of villain. And she's been under the watch of Fandral for roughly 10 or so years, and Fandral is this like dragon looking guy. He looks pretty tough. She's taught to exercise restraint when it comes to using her powers, as she's not yet mastered them, and until she's mastered them, Fandral doesn't really want her using them because everything could go wrong. You know, obviously if you had the power to, like, I don't know, shoot fire out your hands, you're not going to want to use it willy-nilly until you've mastered it. You could burn someone alive, hypothetically. And once she's mastered it, she can unlock full potential, kind of like in Ninjago, just she'd grow fairy wings instead of glowing, you know, bright white after realising you're a robot. And she's told to meditate, so she does. But then she gets attacked by the coconut things from Moana. I don't know, it just kind of looks like that, or something like straight out of the World of Zelda. It was funny looking. I did enjoy like reading the whatever, I'm not sure what it's called, the bush creature. It looks interesting. She beats it up and then she heals it with like a healing bubble, which makes sense. She's a fairy as opposed to just, you know, randomly force healing people in other franchises, because we don't want to kill that character off yet, but we want to build suspense. So at least this healing factor makes sense, you know, fairy magical powers, magical healing, you know, the whole 9 bob nails. But using her power, it alerts the guy named Orochi, who reminds me of Bludgeon from Transformers, kind of. It's just the fact it's like a skeleton type face in the samurai helmet. It just reminds me of that. And Orochi and Fandral fight until Elena fairy kicks him, and she brings the coconut bush man with her, and it scares off Orochi, and he goes to his boss, which is the evil queen who's killed basically everyone that she doesn't like, and tells her that he's incompetent and he failed his mission. And then Elena heads off to the magical fairy palace, and that's where chapter 1 ends. I mean, it's an interesting premise. I mean, I think the coconut bush thing was quite funny looking. I don't know why, I just like the way that thing looked. And then obviously fairy kick and fairy healing is the 2 powers that we've seen Elena use so far. Obviously she's not fully mastered her powers yet, so God knows what else she can do. And Fandral just looks cool. He just looks cool. There's nothing else to it really. Orochi seems like some kind of master swordsman who obviously got beaten on a 3-on-1. I mean, fair play for him retreating. It means he knows he weren't going to win that fight, so fair play to that. And then this magical evil queen who's just kind of in the background, that's interesting. I sense a big ending fight when this run comes to an end, of possibly Elena fighting the evil queen with magic fairy powers or something along those lines. But yeah, it's in terms of the comic quality itself. The pages themselves, they still feel quite nice. It's like that, I don't know if you know, it's like acrylic activity books you'd have as a child, and you'd scribble all the crap you wanted to scribble on it, but then it'd wash away because it was an acrylic page. It kind of feels like those type of, like, that's what the page feels like, that sort of material. And then a couple spelling errors still, and some of the printing quality of the pages was a bit pixelated, so I'm pretty sure it's the same complaints I had at the Isekai Bakery, but it was still enjoyable. Maybe a colour release in the future. I'd like to see what colours that tribal bush coconut thing, I would like to see what that look like in colour. And yeah, it's interesting overall. Good job with the start of Mystic Realms. I hear that chapter 2, well, I've been told that chapter 2 is coming along, so I'll review chapter 2 probably when it's out, so look forward to reading me telling you about chapter 2 when that comes out. And yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good little read. It takes like about 5 minutes to read. Nice short comic to sort of flick through, and it's a break from, you know, a guy in spandex beats up thug because he did this, that and the other, and then giant guy comes to attack him because he wants a mystical power or something or other, which that does sum up, I think, actually most of the comics that are out at the moment. So yeah, it's a nice break to read an indie comic, opposed to sitting down and reading 22 issues of The Flash. So yeah, good comic, good start. I look forward to seeing what happens next. And this one was, I'm going to turn the light on so it'll pick up. Not sure if you can see it there, but it is a first edition. I've been told there may be other covers coming out in future, and you'll see what I'm like in a future comic review where I have all, I think it's 4 issues and all of their variant covers, because I'm crazy and I like collecting variant covers. So I might just do a segment in a future review if there are other like comic things coming out. So like say, I don't know, say the Isekai Bakery got a different cover and chapter 4 was coming out, I'd review chapter 4 and I'd go, by the way, this is a different cover than chapter 1. So that will explain random segments that may crop in future comic reviews. So until that's done, have a good day, have a great day. I will see you in the next video, which, not actually sure what that is as I'm speaking, most likely a lightsaber video. Everything's linked below that you could want to find any of my other content, so my Twitch streams, gaming content, silly edits I make, or my free Patreon where I put reviews up that can't go on YouTube, purely for copyright versions or slightly alternate versions. That's normally just like a music track change, because again, copyright reasons are a pain. And don't forget to use code Fudgey in the Dubby shop for money off your order, and I'm working on getting codes for those type of like drink companies in the UK, because I know the shipping costs to get Dubby shipped to the UK is bloody crazy. So I'm going to try get codes with a UK based company so that I have codes for my American audience and codes for my English audience, so equal balance and everybody wins. Bye.